everyone. How are you today? I hope you are doing great. Before we start, let me ask you a question. What are you doing right now? Maybe you are watching this video, right? Sitting in your room, or now you studying English. When we talk about actions that are happening right now, we use a special tense called present continuous tense. Today, we are going to learn about this tense together. Okay, don't worry. It is one of the easiest and most useful tenses in English. So, let's get started. Before learning something new, it is important to know what we want to achieve in today's lesson. You will learn 4 things. First, you will understand what present continuous tense means. Second, you will learn its pattern on formula. Third, you will practice making positive, negative, and question sentences. Finally, you will learn how to use this tense in daily conversations. By the end of this lesson, I hope you can confidently describe activities that are happening around you. Now, let's find out what present continuous tense actually is. Okay guys, imagine you look out of the window and see your friend playing football. Because the activity is happening at this moment, you can say they are playing football. They are playing football. This is present continuous tense. Present continuous tense is used to talk about actions that are happening now or around the present time. Unlike simple present tense, which talk about habits or routines, present continuous focuses on action in progress. For example, if I say, I study English every day, it means studying English is my habit. But if I say, I am studying English now, it means the activity is happening at this moment. To make present continuous tense, we use a formula. The formula is subject plus to be, like am or is or are, and then verb plus ing. The verb always ends with ing. Remember this. The verb always ends with ing. Let's learn more about when we use these tenses. Now that we know what present continuous tense is, let's talk about when we use it. The most common use is for action happening right now. For example, if your mother is cooking in the kitchen at this moment, you can say, my mother is cooking. And then for the other example, I am doing homework right now. I am doing homework right now. And then we can also use it for temporary situation. For example, maybe your cousin is staying at your house this week. This is not permanent. So we can say, my brother staying with us this week. Another use is for activities happening around the present time. For instance, your class may be preparing for a school competition this day. They are practicing for the school competition. So, whenever you want to describe something that is currently happening, present continuous tense is usually the right choice. But how do we know if a sentence should use this tense? Let's look at some clues. In English, some words can help us identify the correct tense. These words are called signal words. For present continuous tense, common signal words include now, right now, today, currently, at the moment. When you hear these expressions, there is a good chance that the speaker is talking about an activity in process. For example, she is studying right now. The word right now tells us that the activity is happening at this moment. However, remember that not every present continuous sentence needs a final word. Sometimes the situation itself already shows that the action is happening now. Next, let's learn how to make positive sentences. Let's begin with positive sentences. Positive sentences are used to tell someone that an action is happening. The structure is subject first, and then to be, like am, is, or are, and then verb ing. Now, pay attention to the verb to be. This part is very important. We use am with I. We use is with he, she, and it. And we use are with subject you, we, and they. For example, for subject I am reading a book. The subject I, so we use am. And then another example, subject she. The example is she is cooking dinner. Because the subject is she, we use is. Many students forget to use am, is, or are. Without them, the sentence becomes incorrect. Now, what if we want to say that an action is not happening? Let's learn negative sentences. Sometimes we need to say that someone is not doing something. To make a negative sentence, we simply add not after am, is, or are. For example, she is watching TV. She is watching TV, If the activity is not happening, we say she is not watching TV. The same rule applies to all subjects. We can also use short forms such as isn't for is not and aren't for are not. For other example is I am not sleeping. When the positive sentence I am sleeping, but tapi ketika diubah ke kalimat negatif becomes I am not sleeping. And then they are playing basketball. For negative sentence becomes they are not playing basketball. Native speakers often use this short form in conversation because they sound more natural. Now we know how to make positive and negative sentences. The next step is learning how to ask questions. Imagine you see your friend holding a notebook. You are not sure what he is doing. You might ask, "Are you studying? Are you studying?" To make questions in present continuous tense, we move am, is, or are to beginning of the sentence. For example, she is cooking becomes is she cooking? Notice that only the position changes. After asking a question, we usually need an answer. If the answer is yes, we say yes, she is. If the answer is no, we say no, she isn't. Now that we can make different types of sentences, let's learn how to form verbs ending in ing. You may have noticed that every present continuous sentence uses a verb ending in ing. Most of the time we simply add ing. For example, play becomes playing. Need becomes read becomes reading. Watch becomes watching. But there are some spelling rules we need to remember. If a verb ends with the letter E, we usually remove the E first. For example, write become writing, and then dance becomes dancing. Another rule is for short verbs such as run, sit, and swim. We double the last consonant before adding ing. So, run becomes running, swim becomes swimming, sit becomes sitting. Learning the spelling patterns will help you write correct sentences. Now, let's see how present continuous tense is used in a real-life conversation. Grammar is not only about rules. We use grammar to communicate with people. Let's look at this conversation. A boy asks for a girl. What are you doing? And a girl answers, I am doing my homework. Then the conversation continues with another question. Is your brother studying too? The answer is no, he isn't. He is playing games. Notice how all the sentences describe activities happening at the same moment. This is exactly why present continuous tense is used. Now it's your turn to practice. Let's see how much you have learned. I will show more incomplete sentences. Try to complete them before the answer appears. Remember to think about two things. First, which form of to be should you use? Second, what is the correct ing form of the verb? Take a few seconds to answer each question. Pause video if you need more time. After checking your answer, see whether you understand why each answer is correct. Practice like this is very, very important because grammar becomes easier when you use it regularly. Okay, time is up. Let's check the answer together. Number 1. She is reading a book now. And number 2, they are playing football. And the answer for number 3, I am studying English at the moment. And the last number, the answer is, we are watching a movie now. How you answer? I'll incorrect or I'll correct. It's okay. Okay, now it's okay. Now let's do a more fun activity. In this activity, you will look at pictures and describe what people are doing. For example, if you see a girl holding a book, you can say, she is reading a book. She is reading a book. Try to make complete sentences. Don't just say reading. Say, she is reading a book. The more complete your sentences are, the better your English will become. This activity helps you connect grammar with real-life situation, and that's exactly how language learning should be. Before we finish, let's review today's lesson. Today, we learned that present continuous tense is used for action that are happening now or around the present time. We learned the formula subject plus am, is, or are plus verb ing. We also learned how to make positive sentences, negative sentences, and questions. In addition, we learned signal words and spelling rules for adding ing. Remember, grammar is not something to memorize only. It is something to use. It is something to use. Try looking around you right now and make 3 sentences using present continuous tense. For example, my sister is sleeping. My father is working. I am learning English. The more you practice, the more confident you will become. Okay, we have reached the end of today's lesson. Great job for learning present continuous tense. I hope you now understand how to talk about actions that are happening right now. Keep practicing English every day because practice makes progress. Thank you for watching this video. See you on the next lesson. Thank you for watching this video. See you on the next lesson. Have a wonderful day and keep learning English. Goodbye, everyone.